Hey everyone, welcome to this B2 English listening practice video. You can use this video to improve your listening skills and comprehension while I speak naturally and clearly. Are you ready? So today we are going to explore the topic of living abroad. It's an exciting experience that can completely change your perspective on life. I have personally lived overseas for several years, so I can share real insights and challenges that you might face along the way. Together, we'll look at the good things, the difficult parts, and practical advice. Let's begin first with the positive side. Living abroad gives you a doorway into a completely different world of opportunities, challenges, and growth that you may never experience if you stay in your home country. The moment you leave the airport and realize that you are not just a tourist anymore, but someone who is going to live there for months or even years, it feels overwhelming. It doesn't matter how many books you've read or how many videos you've watched about that country. When you step into real life, everything feels much bigger, louder, and more real. That sudden wave of emotions is something almost every expat goes through at the beginning. But here is the truth. This feeling of nervousness is actually an incredible motivator. People often say they have butterflies in their stomach when they start a new job or go on stage. Living abroad multiplies that feeling by 10. You don't just have butterflies. It feels more like your whole body is alive with excitement and anxiety mixed together. At first, this may feel scary, but it is actually the sign that you are stepping into growth territory. You are pushing your comfort zone and creating the chance for new experiences. One of the biggest benefits is the opportunity to experience another culture up close. You get to see how people eat, how they celebrate, how they talk to each other, and even how they work. Daily life in a new country is not just about sightseeing or trying new food. It is about living among people who think differently from you. This exposure expands your mind and makes you realize that your way of living is only one of many possibilities. It can be challenging, but also deeply rewarding, because you start to see the world from more than one perspective. Learning the local language is another powerful advantage. Ideally, you already know some basics before moving, but even if you don't, immersion is an amazing teacher. When you walk through markets, hear conversations on buses, or talk to shopkeepers, you are surrounded by natural language every single day. And that helps you learn much faster than textbooks alone. Still, it's important to remember that just being there is not enough. If you arrive with zero knowledge, everything around you may sound like meaningless background noise at first. It won't magically turn into fluency. You need to put in the effort. I have met people who lived abroad for many years but never became comfortable with the language because they never practiced seriously. They relied only on gestures or a few memorized phrases, and as a result, they missed out on deeper connections with locals. So my advice is to study as much as you can before moving and then continue learning while you live there. That combination of preparation and immersion is what makes you progress quickly. When you reach the point where you can understand conversations and join in even with simple sentences, you will feel incredibly proud and motivated. Now, of course, there are also challenges. And the hardest one for almost everyone is being far away from family and friends. Moving within your own country is already difficult, but moving across the world adds another layer of distance. You can't just drive for a weekend visit or show up at family gatherings whenever you want. Yes, video calls and phone calls help, but it's not the same as being able to sit with your loved ones in person, to hug them, or laugh together around the dinner table. That gap can feel heavy, especially during holidays or special occasions. Another challenge is adapting to cultural differences. Some of them are small, but they add up. For example, maybe you are used to people being punctual, but in your new country, time is treated more loosely. Or maybe you come from a place with great infrastructure and suddenly you have to deal with unreliable transport or frequent delays. These things may seem minor in the beginning, but after a while they can frustrate you. The key is to stay flexible and adapt as much as possible without losing your own identity. You will never agree with every aspect of a new culture, and that is okay. Living abroad is about balance. Accept what you can adjust to, and learn to tolerate the rest. It's important to remind yourself that no place is perfect. Even your home country has problems, and the new country will too. Focusing only on negatives will make you miserable, but seeing them as part of the experience will help you grow. So, while living abroad comes with fear, loneliness, and frustration, it also brings excitement, opportunity, and growth. You get the chance to reinvent yourself, build new habits, learn a new language, and make friends from around the world. Every step, both the good and the hard, is part of the adventure. And in the end, you will come out stronger, more independent, and with a wider understanding of life. Okay, so that's everything for today. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share if you've ever experienced living abroad, or if it's something you dream about trying in the future. Your stories and thoughts make these lessons even better. I'll see you in next video.